Welcome to On the Way to School, your 6-minute daily boost for educators and administrators. I'm Christopher S. Dennis, and today, let's elevate our journey together. Good morning, party people. It's me, the ghost. No, I'm just playing. Been out of sync for a little bit just because it's been busy, and I'm going to probably do some batch recording to get us back on track. But welcome to On the Way to School. I have a fun story or interesting story by way of a reflection that came up this weekend when my youngest was asking me about playing college football. So I know the last episode here, I talked about the team, my high school team being 0-10, and then we went and won the playoffs the next year and how cool that was. But apparently my son he spent the night at a friend's house, and they were all comparing the college stats of their teachers and their parents. So, Chance came and asked me some questions about my own playing days, and it was interesting because I had already gone over all of that with him before, but for whatever reason, today was a point of interest. So, I put my little stats on the screen, and he scrutinized each season and what I was able to do as a defensive back. And, I had 3 interceptions one year, and he said 3 interceptions for 40 yards. He had something to say about it. So I was like, I could show you better than I could tell you. So I showed him some footage, and then it made me think about a particular game, my very last college game, where there were 2 things that happened. One, I specifically remember missing a tackle and, the running back scoring a touchdown. And then I remember also right after that, when I got back on the field for the next series, being able to intercept the quarterback to get the ball back for us. So as we're talking about the game, I just end up searching for it on YouTube, and I ended up finding it. So what I remember telling him, because I can remember it vividly, it was the very last football game of my college career. I was ready to be done with football. I was ready to move on. I was a senior. I just wanted to get on with the next stage of life. And I remember all the pregame rituals, everybody's hype, and all the things. I was a leader on the team, so I had to lead one of the chants. And it was time for me to pass the chant on to another teammate. So I picked who it was going to be and passed it on, and he led it for the first time. So I was kind of just, participating in the game, even though I was a starter. I was just participating. I'm like, well, the outcome is going to be the outcome. I'll make some plays. It is what it is. This is the end. I've accepted it. But on the play where I missed the tackle, I specifically remember the running back, making his cuts, and I could see him coming in my direction. So I, got myself in position and essentially went to go wrap him up, and he just, brushed me off and I fell on my face, and he scored. So I laid there, and I was immediately I snapped into reality. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you were in position. You know how to do this. This is about to be over. Is this how you want to leave things? And so immediately I got it together. And so the next series, I was fully locked in, as they say. And I was able to, we were playing cover 2. I was able to kind of float with my coverage, and, quarterback tried to drop one over my head into the third, and I was able to jump, intercept the ball, and get it back. The reason why this story is so powerful for me is because I hadn't seen that footage in 20 years, literally since the day after the game where you watch film with your team. I had never seen the footage, and to be able to find it while I'm talking to my son about it. And when I found it, I said, hey, if I know, if this is the game, which I believe it is, this is what's going to happen. So I told him everything that happened, but it was just really cool for him to be able to see that. But the lesson here is, when you've come to a point where you've just accepted something is going to be what it is, when you've just resigned to the fact that you're ready to move on or things are, pretty much taken care of, you know, you might be taking things for granted. There may be something left that you can actually still get out of this. There may be something left that you can still contribute, and people are still counting on you to make a play. So you'll get through that moment, and hopefully you'll be able to bounce back like I did and have a really good experience in that moment. But you will never forget it. You will never forget the opportunities that were missed, the time that was wasted, the plays that you didn't bring your best. And you can't always assume that you're going to get another opportunity. In that particular game, by the time, I got my mind together, we were essentially playing to go on to the postseason and go to another bowl game. And we came so close at the end. We came so close at the end and lost it in a last second kind of situation. And that part was hard. It's like you finally realize that you do want to keep doing this. You want to do this as long as you can at the highest level, and you're competing. And when your competition falls short, that's when, you got to be able to say, I left it all on the field. So my message to everybody this morning is to do your very best, your absolute best, to leave it all on the field. So with that, I heard a notification that my next meeting is about to start. So I wish you all the best week. Happy Halloween this week on the way to school. Take care. Thanks for joining me on the way to school. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep making a difference. I'm Christopher S. Dennis. See you tomorrow.